Fire the cannon. The Blue Jackets are in the first wildcard position, 5 back of the Hurricanes for 3rd in the Metro. Jackets continue to win, and we've seen some more shiftment in the Eastern Conference wildcard race. We'll go to all of that coming up right now. Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here at the Intent Hockey channel. Now before we get into this video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe down below. Thank you for all your support. We'd never be able to without you guys. So if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe button down below. Don't forget to comment down in the comment section below. So let's go on to this video. Would love to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below, and we're on our way to 500 subscribers. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below. So as I just said in this video, we're going to be looking at some more game recaps from our past couple of days. The Jackets are rolling and are absolutely killing it right now. Jackets are on a really hot tear, and on top of that, teams like Ottawa, Philadelphia, and Detroit have gone closer to a wildcard spot. So look at all those games here. We saw 2 games happen over on Wednesday, and we saw, I think, 13 games happen over on Thursday. So look at all those games here. First, over on Wednesday, we saw the Buffalo Sabres open up a 3-goal lead and beat the Carolina Hurricanes 4-2, as they've won 3 of 4 and improved to 17, 22, and 5, while the Hurricanes have their 3-game point streak end and fall 26, 16, and 3. Bad stuff there for Carolina. For Buffalo, McLeod had his first career hat trick, scoring 3 goals. Zucker had 2 assists, and Cousins also scored for the Sabres in the win, while Burns had 2 assists, and Slavins and Natchez both also scored for the Hurricanes in the loss. So a bad loss there from Carolina as they fall at the hands of the Buffalo Sabres. Then we saw the Edmonton Oilers overcome a 2-goal deficit, scored 3 in answer, including this goal here from Vasily Podkolzin. And Uncle Square Sports number Podkolzin would score early in the 3rd period to break a tie, and the Oilers would hold on to beat the Minnesota Wild 5-3, as the Oilers have won 3 straight, 7 of 8, and improved to 28, 13, and 3, while the Wild have lost 3 of 4 and fall 27, 14, and 4. Bad stuff there for Minnesota. For the Oilers, McDavid had a 3-point night, adding 2 goals and an assist. Nugent Hopkins had a goal and an assist. Podkolzin and Hyman both also scored for the Oilers in the win, while Boley had a goal and an assist. Zuccarello and Eriksson Ek both had 2 assists, and Rossi and Hartman both also scored for the Wild in the loss. So an impressive game there, where the Oilers come away with a victory over the Wild. Those were the only 2 games we saw over on Wednesday. Going over to 13 we saw over on Thursday. First, as we talked about, we saw Blue Jackets open up a 3-goal lead and destroyed San Jose 4-1, as they have won 6 straight, 7 of 8, and improved to 22, 17, and 6. Very good stretch here for the Blue Jackets, as they're running away with the first wildcard position, while for the Sharks, they have lost 4 of 5 and fall to 14, 27, and 6. Bad stuff there for San Jose. For the Jackets, James Van Riemsdyk scored twice, Johnson had a goal and an assist, Fantilli also scored, and Merzlikins stopped 18 and 19 shots he faced in the win for the Jackets, while Toffoli was a lone goal scorer for the Sharks in the loss. So a bad loss there from San Jose, as they fall at the hands of the Blue Jackets. Then we saw the Washington Capitals win a defensive battle, as they would score the overtime winners thanks to this goal here from Alex Ovechkin, and Alex Sports Snapper Ovechkin, who gets the goal closer to Gretzky, ended the game in overtime, as the Capitals would shut out the Ottawa Senators 1-0 in overtime, as the Capitals have a 3-game win and 9-game point streak and improved to 30, 10, and 5, while the Senators have a 4-game point streak but fall at 22, 18, and 4. So very fantastic winner for the Capitals, the first Eastern Conference team to 30 wins. So very good stuff there for Washington. Ovechkin, who's now 21 away from Gretzky, who scored the OT winner, was a lone goal scorer for the Capitals in the win, with Thompson stopping all 24 shots he faced in the shutout victory for Washington, with Marilyn stopping 26 of 27 shots he faced in the OT loss for Ottawa. So a bad loss there from Ottawa, but Marilyn kept them in that game and got them a point. So very good stuff there for Ottawa, but Washington comes away with the victory. Then we saw the Detroit Red Wings score 3 unanswered goals and pulled away to beat the Florida Panthers 5-2, as they have won 8 of 9 and improved 21-19-4, while the Panthers have lost 3 of 4 and fall 26-17-3. Panthers are stumbling a little bit. For the Red Wings, Larkin had 3.8, 2 goals and an assist. Kane and Casper both had goal and an assist. Raymond had 2 assists, and Bergeron also scored for Red Wings in the win, while Lundell and Rodriguez were 2 goal scorers for the Panthers in the loss. So a bad loss there from Florida, as they lose to one of their Atlantic rivals. Then we saw Toronto Maple Leafs overcome 3 separate deficits and pulled away to beat the New Jersey Devils in overtime 4-3, as the Maple Leafs have ended their 3-game losing streak and improved to 28, 16, and 2, while the Devils have a 5-game point streak have lost 7 of 9, but fall to 26, 15, and 6. Bad stuff there for Jersey. For the Leafs, Nylander had 3.8 with 2 goals, including the OT winner and a assist. Matthews scored twice, and Marner and McKay both had 2 assists for a Leafs in the win, while Jack Hughes had 3.8 with a goal and 2 assists, and Heischer scored twice for Devils in the OT loss. So a really great game from Hughes and Heischer, but was not enough to push the Devils to the victory. Then we saw Tampa Bay Lightning blow a few leads, but recovered and took down the Anaheim Ducks 4-3 in a shootout, as Tampa has won 4 of 6 and improved to 24-16-3, while the Ducks have lost 5 of 6 and fallen to 18-21-6. Bad stuff there for Anaheim. For the Bolts, Kucherov had 2 assists, Cirelli, Gensel, and Point were 3 regulation goal scorers, and Gensel was the lone shield goal scorer for Lightning in the win, while Terry, Fabry, and Carlson were the 3 goal scorers for the Ducks in the loss. So a bad loss there from Anaheim as they fall at the hands of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Then we saw the Philadelphia Flyers score 3 unanswered goals, including this goal here from Morgan Frost and All Sports. And at the time, it will make the Flyers a 3-1 lead, and they would hold on to beat the New York Islanders 5-3, as they have a 4-game point streak and improved to 20, 20, and 6, while the Islanders have lost 5 of 8 and fall to 17, 20, and 7. Bad stuff there for the Islanders. For the Flyers, Konechny had 3 assists, Couturier had a goal and an assist, Farabee had 2 assists, and Hathaway, Cates, Frost, and York also scored for the Flyers in the win, while Horvat had a goal and an assist, and Barzal and Lee both also scored for the Islanders in the loss. So a bad loss there from my eyes. They lose at the hands of the Philadelphia Flyers. Then we saw Montreal Canadiens score 3 unanswered goals and took down Dallas 3-1, as they have a 6-game point streak of won 8 of 10 and improved to 22-18-4, while the Stars fall to 28-15 and 1 on the year. Bad stuff there for Dallas. For Montreal, Suzuki had 2 assists, Slavkovsky, Newhook, and Armia were 3 goal scorers, and Dobes stopped 32 of 33 shots he faced in the win for the Canadiens, while Robertson was the lone goal scorer for our Stars in the loss. So an intriguing game there, but the Canadiens do come away with a victory. Then in the second half of a home-and-home, we saw the Blues once again beat the Calgary Flames, as the Blues will open up a 3-goal lead and beat Calgary 4-1, as they've won 3 of 4 and improved to 22-20 and 4, while the Flames fall to 21-16 and 7. Bad stuff there for Calgary, who's now falling a little bit behind in the playoff race. For the Blues, Shen scored twice, Holloway had 2 assists, Kyra and Parayko both also scored, and Hofer stopped 28 of 29 shots he faced in the win for St. Louis, with Sharon Govich the lone Flames goal scorer in the loss. So a bad loss there from Calgary as they fall at the hands of the St. Louis Blues yet again. Then we saw the Winnipeg Jets overcome an early deficit and scored a late winner to beat Seattle 2-1, as they have a 3-game win and a 5-game point streak and improved to 31, 12, and 3, while the Kraken have lost 6 of 8 and fall at 19, 24, and 3 on the year. Bad stuff there for Seattle. For the Jets, Scheifele and the Mello were the 2 goal scorers, and Hellebuck stopped 18 of 19 shots he faced in the win for the Jets, while Beniers was the lone goal scorer for the Kraken in the loss. So a bad loss there from Seattle as they fall at the hands of the Winnipeg Jets. Then we saw the Nashville Predators overcome a 3rd-period deficit and took down the Blackhawks in a shootout 3-2, as they improved to 15, 22, and 7, dropping the Blackhawks, who have lost 4 straight, 10 of 12 to 14, 28, and 3. So a bad loss there from Chicago. For the Predators, Stamkos and Forsberg were 2 regulation goal scorers, and Nyquist, O'Reilly, and Stamkos the 3 shootout goal scorers for the Predators in the win, while Bertuzzi had 2 assists, Martinez and Bedard were 2 regulation goal scorers, and Teravaino was the lone shootout goal scorer for the Hawks in the loss. So a bad loss there from Chicago, falling at the hands of the Predators in a shootout. Then we saw New York Rangers overcome 3 separate deficits and took down Utah 5-3, as they have a 6-game point streak and improved to 21, 20, and 3, back above 500. Good stuff there for the Rangers, while the Utah Hockey Club has lost 3 straight, 5 of 6, and fall to 18, 19, 7. Bad news there for Utah. For the Rangers, Panarin scored twice, Carrick had 2 assists, and Kreider, Kaliev, who scores first as a member of the New York Rangers, and Smith also scored for Rangers in the win, while Michelli scored twice and Cooley also scored for Utah in the loss. So a bad loss there from Utah as they lose some ground in the playoff race. Then we saw the Edmonton Oilers score 4 unanswered goals, including this goal here from Evan Bouchard from All Sportsnet. But Bouchard was able to get the go-ahead goal, and the Oilers would storm back from a 3-goal deficit to beat the Colorado Avalanche 4-3, as they have won 4 straight, 8 of 9, and improved to 29, 13, and 3, while the Avalanche fell to 27, 18, and 1. So a very good win there for the Oilers to come back and get the victory over the Colorado Avalanche. For the Oilers, McDavid and Bouchard both had a goal and an assist. Drysdale had 2 assists, and Kulak and Arvidsson both also scored for the Oilers in the win, while McKinnon scored twice, and O'Connor also scored for the Avalanche in the loss. So a bad loss there from Colorado, as they had a 3-goal lead and blew it. And then we saw the LA Kings jump out to an early 3-goal lead and cruise controlled to a destroyment of the Vancouver Canucks 5-1, as they have won 6 of 8 and and improved to 25, 12, and 5, while the Canucks have lost 6 of 7 and fall to 19, 15, and 10. Bad stuff there for Vancouver. For the Kings, Turcotte has 3.8, 2 goals and an assist. Kempe and Fiala both had a goal and an assist. Fogle also scored, and Kemper stopped 20 of 21 shots he faced in the win for LA, while Hughes was the one goal scorer for the Canucks in the loss. A bad loss there from Vancouver. That puts them a little bit further behind in the playoff race. So interesting note there. So just to recap here what this does to the standings. So at this current point in time, we now have 7 teams have hit the 50-point mark in the Eastern Conference. That's once again Toronto, Florida, Washington, Carolina, New Jersey. But Tampa has now hit 51 points, still remaining third in the Atlantic spot, while the Blue Jackets, who are now first wildcard position, have hit 50 points. So Jackets and Bolts have now joined the 50-point club in the East. And currently after the Jackets, you had the 49-point Boston Bruins as the second wildcard team. That's followed by the 48-point Senators just behind them, as are the 48-point Montreal Canadiens, the 46-point Detroit Red Wings, the 46-point Philadelphia Flyers, who are only 3 back of a playoff spot, 45-point NYR is only 4 back, and 44-point Pittsburgh is only 5 back of a playoff spot. So the Eastern Conference playoff race is still really tight. When it comes to the Western side, you still have Winnipeg, Vegas, and now Edmonton at above 60 points, with Minnesota, Dallas, LA, and Colorado all above 50 points still. And then you have 49-point Calgary, the second wildcard team, and they're followed by 48-point Vancouver and 48-point St. Louis. While St. Louis does have more games played than the other two, they are now back in the playoff race, and they're followed by 43-point Utah, who's 6th out of a playoff spot, 42-point Anaheim, who's 7th out of a playoff spot, and 41-point Seattle, who's 8th out of a playoff spot. So pretty big point differential there in the Western Conference compared to the Eastern Conference, but still lots of interesting playoff races that have happened for the past couple of days. Definitely. I'll have your guys' thoughts on the standings and on the games that happened over the past couple of days down in the comment section below. Any surprises to you? Was Edmonton beating Minnesota and Colorado a little bit of a surprise? Was Buffalo beating Carolina? Was Washington beating Ottawa in overtime in a defensive battle? Was Philadelphia beating NYI? Was Utah losing to New York? Definitely have your guys' thoughts on all of that down in the comment section below. That's all I'm going to talk about for today. We're going to latest video. If you're listening, subscribe below. Thank you all your support. We're not to have you guys. So if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe button down below. Don't forget to comment down in the comment section below. So you can also discuss in this video. Also a blog, talking about news, rumors, analysis, stuff like that. So check that out. I've linked down in the description below. And come and see you guys all for next video. See you guys soon.